Here are today's top stories. Typhoon Rosita leaves 9 persons dead in Cordillera and scores of damage in other parts of northern Luzon. The LTFRB implements fare hikes for jeepneys and buses this November. President Duterte orders the revival of barter trade as a commercial practice in Mindanao. And Commissioner Ray Leonardo Guerrero formally assumes his post at the Bureau of Customs. Good day, I'm Pia Rosas Morato. Welcome to the PNA Newsroom. The skies over Luzon have partly cleared as Typhoon Rosita leaves the country. The storm left damages and threats of floods in parts of northern Luzon and Metro Manila. Rom Dulfo has this story.
Typhoon Rosita literally washed away one whole school and damaged houses and residential buildings in Kalinga province. 3 buildings of Dakalan Elementary School in Tanudan town were submerged in floodwater from overflowing Tanudan River. Lubo Elementary School also went underwater. No injury has been reported so far. Several trees also fell across the road in Kalinga Isabela, Aurora, and Nueva Vizcaya. Volunteers started a massive clearing operation in those areas. In Aurora province, over 3,000 families were evacuated as storm warning signals were raised. In Isabela, no fatality has been recorded so far, but several towns reported damage and loss in farm produce. Magat Dam in Isabela opened its gates in anticipation of heavy rainfall. Bustos Dam in Bulacan also opened its gates to release water, while Angat and Ipo Dam continue to have manageable water levels. In Bataan, big waves affect livelihood of Bataan fishermen. For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Rom Dulfo.
3 persons were killed while about 30 others remain trapped in a landslide at the height of Typhoon Rosita in Mountain Province. The landslide buried 3 buildings of the Department of Public Works and Highways in Natonin town on Tuesday afternoon. The facility was being used as evacuation center for local residents. The Office of Civil Defense says clearing operations have started as of Wednesday morning to allow the entry of heavy equipment that will remove debris. 9 persons have been reportedly dead after Typhoon Rosita hit the Cordillera region. The 6 fatalities in Ifugao and Mountain Province are identified as Jeffrey Nagawa, Baltasar Pinay, Rexibel Pinay, Rizal Pinay, Ridnel Pinay, and Rich Jane Giwageo Galo. 3 others are still unidentified as of this time. Preparations for All Saints Day or Undas are underway as PNP Chief Oscar Albayalde led today's inspection in Araneta Bus Terminal in Quezon City. Albayalde has ordered the PNP to intensify police visibility in all public places, including terminals and seaports. About 32,000 PNP personnel will be deployed from all police regional offices for Undas. They will be tasked to secure about 14.6 million people who will visit about the nearly 5,000 public cemeteries, memorial parks, and columbaries all over the country. Bus and jeepney fares are set to increase this November, and the Eco Waste Coalition urges the public to keep cemeteries garbage-free. More on these and other news around the metro from Benj Bondok.
Jeepney and bus fare hikes will take effect in November. The LTFRB had approved a 2 peso increase in the minimum jeepney fare in Metro Manila, Central Luzon, and Southern Luzon, as well as a provisional 1 peso fare hike for ordinary and air-conditioned buses in Metro Manila. Meanwhile, the government posted an increase in sin tax revenues within the first 9 months of 2018. The Department of Finance says collections of excise tax from alcoholic products rose by 15%, while tobacco increased by 11%. Collection from Mighty Corporation yield part of the 30 billion pesos that it owes the government. In other news, Eco Waste Coalition calls on the public to respect the dead by keeping cemeteries trash and pollution-free. The group says despite repeated warnings, people leave tons of uncollected garbage in cemeteries after All Saints Day. It also urged politicians to support cleanup drives rather than scatter leaflets and tarpaulins to promote their political propaganda. For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Benj Bondok.
Still to come, President Duterte orders the revival of barter trade as a commercial practice in Mindanao. The local government of Antigua issues additional benefits for senior citizens. These and more when the PNA Newsroom continues. President Rodrigo Duterte is reviving the barter trade system in Mindanao in a bid to promote growth and order in the region. The President issued today Executive Order 64, which creates the Mindanao Barter Council, an office under the Department of Trade and Industry. The council will establish a principal office in Holosulu and barter ports in Tawi-Tawi. Duterte says reviving barter in Mindanao would create new jobs and business opportunities. It will also strengthen trade and commerce within the Brunei Darussalam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, and Asian growth area. Boracay is now open to the public. Government says it should not be about growing the number of tourists entering the island, but increasing revenues from each tourist while maintaining mass tourism services. More on this from Maricor Zapata.
The country's socio-economic experts are thinking the world-famous Boracay Island can earn more by offering high-quality tourism services and diversifying attractions, including ecotourism and cultural tourism activities. NEDA Undersecretary Adoracion Navarro believes that by increasing the diversity of services, it is possible that more local employment can be generated. She also says that alternative destinations can be offered to accommodate extra visitors during peak periods. Scheduling, she cites, can likewise regulate the flow of tourists in and out of the island to prevent overcrowding and maintain the quality of the island services. Navarro adds there should be a high price for high-quality tourism goods and services and a low price for low-quality ones to maximize revenues. For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Maricor Zapata.
Creative industries may soon be the next growth engine in Southeast Asia, including the Philippines. Creative industries deal with creativity, culture, economics, and technology, and those which use intellectual properties such as music, film, and fashion. The Oxford Business Group says innate Filipino creativity and all-pervasive musicality has advantages to develop local creative industries. The group says a more cohesive master plan may be needed to ensure Filipinos have access to financing and tools to develop their considerable talents and to access local and international markets. Davao City is on full alert for the observance of All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day. The Davao City Police Office deployed thousands of cops starting Tuesday to secure cemeteries, malls, and other public places. All stations are on full alert status. Authorities are reminding the public to be alert for any possible criminal activity. Prohibited items in cemeteries include bladed weapons, firearms, alcoholic drinks, playing cards, explosives, and videoke, among others. PCOO Chief Martin Andanar meets with members of the regional media, and an exhibit features the indigenous peoples of Luzon. More on these stories from Benj Bondo.
Communications Chief Martin Andanar is in Cebu to bolster the government's relations with media members. Andanar seeks to disseminate information on the government's programs and policies, including federalism and the train law. He says the regional tour is a testament of President Rodrigo Duterte's support of press freedom in the country. Andanar's next stop is in Cagayan de Oro City. Meanwhile, in celebration of Indigenous Peoples Month, the National Commission for Culture and the Arts opened a photo exhibit in Legazpi City. The NCCA aims to encourage a continuing and balanced development of indigenous people to conserve and promote the country's local heritage. You can visit the photo exhibit for free at the third floor of Ayala Mall in Legazpi. The photo exhibit is open until November 3. In Antique, around 7,000 senior citizens will receive a death and burial subsidy of 2,000 pesos. The subsidy is on top of the ongoing Kabalaka sa Lolo Kag Lola Kang Probinsya program, which provides economic assistance worth up to 30,000 pesos. For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Benj Bondo.
Up next, Commissioner Ray Leonardo Guerrero formally assumes his post at the Bureau of Customs. A psychic consultant reminds everyone to be mindful of the existence of spirits. The PNA Newsroom returns after these reminders. Rey Leonardo Guerrero is now officially designated as Customs Chief. The ceremonial turnover took place this morning at the Port of Manila. Outgoing Commissioner and now TESDA Secretary Isidro La Peña officially turned over the flag to Guerrero. The President ordered Guerrero to double the zealousness in cleaning the BOC of corruption. For his part, Guerrero vows to restore public trust in customs. Washington and Seoul have the same objective of denuclearizing North Korea. U.S. nuclear envoy for North Korea Stephen Biegun hopes to allay concerns about the possible rift between the allies in dealing with a communist state. Unification Minister Cho Myung-kyon emphasized the need for coordination in their push for diplomacy with North Korea. South Korea has been eager to bolster inter-Korean relations by expanding contacts and exchanges. The U.S. has been opposed to it, saying sanctions will stay in place until the North completely gives up its nuclear and missile programs. Biden says the U.S. will actively cooperate with South Korea to realize denuclearization and establishment of peace on the Korean Peninsula. The campaign for HIV/AIDS awareness in the country faces a setback because of the stigma placed by Filipinos themselves. UP Diliman professor and anthropologist Mike Tan says the use of scare tactics by Filipinos lead to the prevalence of HIV infections. One of the earliest HIV/AIDS myths depict women as dirty and they are solely responsible for the spread of the virus. The public also thinks that having HIV/AIDS is the end of a person's life. Tan says such culture contributes to the increase in the number of teenage pregnancy cases because instead of talking about reproductive health, Filipinos often sweep this sensitive issue under the rug. The Department of Health says over 5,000 HIV cases has been recorded from December 2012 until August 2018. Long weekend ahead of us to commemorate our departed loved ones, but before we go visit them in cemeteries, a psychic shares her insights on the spirit world. Maricor Zapata has this story.
They say spirits exist all around us, some seeking attention, some meaning to harm people. A psychic understands how it is to deal with spirits. Madam Venus could communicate with spirits. By using candles and reciting prayers, she reaches out to spirits who come in peace and she drives away bad ones.
Kapag hindi ka marunong mag-distinguish, hindi mo ma-define sila, merong nagpapanggap. Pero kapag alam mo, like me, sanay na ako. Alam ko kung bad spirit siya, if it is element lang, or dwarf, black spirit.
Madam Venus has encountered different kinds of spirits, from demons and otherworldly phantoms to souls of people who met unexpected deaths or those who seek justice. The belief in aswang, encanto, duende, and other beings are part of the Filipino mythology. Yet, the advancement of science and technology has led others to stop believing in the supernatural. Even so, Madam Venus acknowledges the existence of such spirits around us.
Ang hindi ko na yata malimutan, a while ago na kinuwento ko, no? Kaluluwa yon. Yun ay talagang kaluluwa na ayon sa aking pag-analyze or pag-analisa, pagsusuri, rape victim siya, na nagpapakita siya sa lugar kung saan siya na-rape. Hanggang ngayon, andyan pa rin yung kilabot ko, no? Iba't iba kasi yung espiritu. Meron tinatawag na unwanted spirit na aksidente. Because of that sudden death, wala siyang alam na mamamatay siya, so hindi siya nakapagbilin sa kanyang mga mahal.
Venus says the spirits no longer have anything to do with the living. Yet, it's no surprise if some still have attachments.
Merong isang matanda na nagpapakita sa, hindi siya duwende eh. I could not even distinguish kung anong klase siyang elemento. Pero dahil dumaan kami sa kahirapan ng buhay, nagbibigay siya sa akin ng swerte, yung numero. Hindi ko alam, alay pala yun. Mga 3 numero, natatayaan ko, nananalo. Tapos nung sabayan ng mga tao, yung anong tawag doon? Nangongobra? Nagkokobra. Nalaman nila, araw-araw ako nananalo. But small little things, para lang may pambili ng bigas. Nagalit siya, sabi, hindi na kita bibigyan kasi 4 yung mga tao ginagamit nila na hindi mabuti.
Aside from remembering the dead, All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day are an occasion for one to reflect on one's own life and mortality.
Kaya nga naniniwala ako na life is full of surprises. Kahit sabing psychic consultant ako at may nagtatanong, hanggang kailan ba ako mabubuhay at mamamatay? No. No one can answer that except God.
For the PNA Newsroom, I'm Maricor Zapata.
Let's now check out the weather forecast for Metro Manila and the rest of the country. Here's another look at today's top stories. Typhoon Rosita leaves 9 persons dead in Cordillera and scores of damage in other parts of northern Luzon. The LTFRB implements fare hikes for jeepneys and buses this November. President Duterte orders the revival of barter trade as a commercial practice in Mindanao. And Commissioner Ray Leonardo Guerrero formally assumes his post at the Bureau of Customs. Thank you for watching another edition of the PNA Newsroom. To check out these and other stories, visit the PNA website or follow the Philippine News Agency on Facebook and Twitter. For more stories about the government and how it serves the Filipinos, look for these hashtags in all of our social media platforms and websites. And to everyone preparing to visit their dearly beloved or trick-or-treating, keep safe and we'll see you next week. That's your daily dose of the latest news and information that you need to know from the PNA Newsroom. I'm Pia Rosas Morato. Good day.